Hey everyone, it's Maddie. Before we get started, I just wanted to make a quick announcement about our London, England live shows on April 25 and 26. Tickets are going fast, and once any of the shows sell out, we won't be able to sell any more of the discounted 3-packs. So get on that sooner rather than later if you'd like to get on the bundle. All of the shows will be different. We also wanted to announce that Miles McCabe from Me Rex and of the Municipal Rodeo song that we've played on the show will be joining us for all 3 shows to play a couple of tunes, and we're also going to make him do all the dumb shit Rose yelling at Sam to do on the normal episodes. Maybe one of the hosts will be joining on the bass guitar. It's impossible to say. live.nogonsnomayors.com. Okay, on to the show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to No Gods, No Mayors. I am your mayor for this week, Riley. I am joined, of course, by my co-mayor, Maddie.
Hello.
And new substitute co-mayor, it's Devon.
Oh,
Hey.
it's Devon.
What's
More
up,
like
Devon?
No Gods November. You know what I'm talking
right,
about.
yeah. November this week is on sabbatical in Dalton, Illinois, attending their famous annual spitting, licking, coughing, open mouse kithing, and general sharing of close quarters in a hot, dank, enclosed space festival.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to our traditional kiss before we record Kill James Bond on Monday.
Yeah, and you'll be welcomed into the beautiful hive mind of Dalton.
Yeah. Where else? I think November's in Dalton. I think before she went to Dalton, she went to London, Kentucky to do some detective work with Randall. They should do an episode of Be Gay Solve Crimes about Randall Weddle.
Randall Weddle?
They should.
the
I think so.
Chomos.
Mm-hmm.
Where else did she go? She's in Whereas in Portugal.
She's riding the monorail,
She's riding the monorail.
the 3-stop monorail.
She's basically going to she's in Vernon inhaling battery fumes. She's in
She's in Rosemont buying a $45 plate of pretzels. Speaking of, by the way,
She's in
just
East Palestine. just sipping the air, doing some breathing.
I also small addenda and errata to last week's episode about Rosemont, Illinois. Is that I remembered very suddenly after we recorded that the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center, named for the evil man that runs the town, is where they have labor notes every year, which I do think is particularly kind of funny.
Okay, number one, Sam, please, can we confirm that we have put the addenda and errata music in before Maddie said that? Secondly,
Hi, Sam.
there's another piece of addenda and errata,
Oh my God.
which is that's also where Midwest Fur Fest is held.
Cool. So I feel like,
yes.
so that means between the big labor conference and the furry conference, I think 95% of No Gods, No
Circular Venn
Mayors
diagram.
listeners have been to Rosemont, Illinois.
Well, this is why. I don't think we've ever gotten nearly as much feedback.
Circular Venn diagram with No Gods, No Mayors listeners.
We've never gotten as much feedback about a town as when we did Rosemont.
Yeah, well, everyone's like, well, I've been there. It's where the strip mall is.
So many people were like, well, of course I've been to Rosemont.
Rosemont is a regional capital of furry power.
Yeah. Well, it's like the United States could never abide a regional power in what it considers to be its backyard.
Yeah, well, it's the warring city-states of Rosemont, Illinois, and Pittsburgh, I believe, are the furry centers of power.
Yeah, I'm just bringing these up on a map now. Plot this out. I've got this on livemap.ua right by the Syrian civil war.
Perfect. We're doing OSINT on Rosemont.
That's close to Chicago. That's so much closer to Chicago than that's Chicago. What
It's
the fuck? It's right by O'Hare.
Devin, this is what the whole episode is about. Is last week's bonus episode, and
there's like 5 buildings here, girl.
it's a town that exists between the airport and a golf course, basically.
It's all intersection.
Yeah, and it's like literally like under a snarl of highways. And this one guy turned it into his own little Baathist city-state.
That's amazing.
And that's where Labor Notes and the Fur Fest are held.
Well, check out the podcast you're already listening to.
Yeah, check out the previous
you
episode.
Hear more about that.
This is a free episode, so it's possible people didn't listen last week, but I think last week's bonus episode was really good. And just up front, while we're talking about things you can buy from us, we have a live show in London in like a month.
Oh, shit.
This month, because this is coming out on April 1st or 2nd. So, come to our live show, live.nogodsnomares.com to get your tickets. I'll put a ticket link in the notes. All 3 shows will be different. So you can come to all 3 and enjoy all 3 mayors who are all secret at this point.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
The
Mayor-taculus knows.
The Mayor-taculus knows. The runner of one of the shows, does not yet know.
Well, the Mayor-taculus will reveal itself all in good time. Now, we do have a very special mayor for you today. However, we also...
I gotta close the Rosemont tap. I'm staring at Rosemont. It's all parking lot.
You're just staring. You need like a Rosemont. You need like a Rosemont fan cam.
Live Rosemont reaction in the top corner.
I need to see the 21 Savage X Donald E. Stevens video.
Oh, I mean, of just him like, what was arms folded in front of a Rolls Royce on the traffic snarl?
Yeah, and then and there's the weird statue of him like with the big water tower that's like in town and like made of 55,000 pounds of copper or whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
amazing.
Him with the Hummel figurines. There's so many photos of him.
I have so much Rosemont left to think about. We're going to be finding excuses to bring it up for months.
Constantly. Yeah.
I think live Rosemont. Oh, so when they say something so convention phobic, you got to hit him with that Rosemont stare. So we have a great mayor for you in the back half of the episode, but in the front half, we of course like to have a little segment that we know and you know as the Municipal Roundup. Yeah.
Cowabunga.
We've got a few roundup items today. Some sent in by listeners, other couple old friends wanted to check in on, and then we're going to get to our normal mayor. So, Maddie, I have 3.
Oh my God! Okay, I have 1 in that case.
You do yours, and then I'll do either all 3 of mine or 2, depending on how long I have.
Okay, so what am I, Steven Sondheim? Because we're talking about old friends today.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
Right. So I'm going to drop in the chat here, girlies, if I can get my mouse to work, which it won't. And here it is, a video that was sent in to me, and I'm going to do some reading. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about Cheyenne McKinney, who is a vampire running for mayor of Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Right.
And he is a self-described vampire. And also we found out a landlord who is running to cut the red tape in Fort Smith, Arkansas. But a reader named Matthew sent this in. It was given you've discovered the joy of Fort Smith parking politics. Jesus Christ, guys. Hold on.
It's hard. It's so hard. I've just seen this guy for the first time, by the way, I've got to say. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I thought you might enjoy the part of the Venn diagram where vampire mayoral candidate and funding for the former brothel in the National Historic Register overlap. So the city of Fort Smith has made a series of hilariously questionable decisions, which has left it in financial difficulty. So the city was looking to cut costs somewhere. Enter Miss Laura's. Miss Laura's was a brothel back in the day, like around 1900. It somehow had survived being torn down mid-century. In the 70s, it got added to the National Register of Historic Places, and it was repaired.
The Boeing didn't fly into it for Little Rock 9/11. Sorry.
Yeah, not like the one in Seattle that survived one.
Sorry, Fort Smith. Fuck.
Yeah. So after various uses, including being a restaurant and a visitor center, it became a museum. In late 2025, the visitor center was moved to a new building. So due to the pending move, in 2024, the city agreed to 5 years funding for Miss Laura's with the possibility of further extensions to help it become self-sufficient. But the city's financial difficulties mounted in late 2025. The city administrator suggested cutting the funding. There's a lot of outcry over this. And among those opposing the funding cut was a certain vampire. So you can click on this video I've sent. I'll put it in the show notes as well.
I've watched the video. It's quite something.
It's
my favorite. I think my favorite line. There's a couple elements of the video that I really enjoy. Number one, he's got a goth girlfriend, which is probably the most predictable.
He really does. He very much does. Good. And they're doing the thing where they walk around the brothel museum where he's like got his. There's a very specific way they're walking that's like very Lestadian to me, where he's like walking around the brothel and he's got his girlfriend's hand in his hand, but his arm is bent up. So he's kind of holding it up and he's like leading her around. It's very my goth girlfriend way to lead your girlfriend around.
Yeah. Other thing that I like is when he's trying to describe why he supports keeping Miss Laura's open. He is clearly not prepared any remarks. He's starting in riffing because he says, this is a tremendous monument to women's history.
To women's history.
To women.
Hey.
The great monument.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of it, the intention is good. He's like, this is good. There's a monument to like this brothel because it is real work that people do, and it should not, and the stigma is incorrect around it. But he keeps referring to it as a thing you're allowed to give away, but you can't sell. He just keeps saying it over and over, and he's wearing a vest the whole time.
He is wearing a vest the whole time. He's got like...
So once again, this is he is a fascinating character. I think he's got a little more staying power than the Donnie Clown, personally.
I think so. I think so.
In terms of wacky candidates.
Yeah, my favorite shot of the video that I got is they walk by a bathtub full of ice and champagne, and he says that the bathtub is like a monument to all the hard work that the women did.
Really good.
And I got a screenshot that I will put in the show notes on the Patreon that is just him standing in front of the bathtub, which has 3 empty-looking bottles in it, and he is saying, and the caption says, and this is a bathtub, and then the caption also says, hit like for the bathtub.
Like, in what way? Is it like if I get enough likes, I'm gonna like do a pose in front of the bathtub, or is it just like, hey everybody, let's support this tub?
Hey, if you think the bathtub honoring the women of the brothel is cool and good, please hit like. And then him and his girlfriend go and buy Christmas ornaments at the museum.
It's so far away from Christmas.
Well, and it's from late last year.
Oh, okay.
Which was around Christmas.
Okay,
which
fine.
That was close to Christmas. Yeah,
it comes but once a year, Riley. So I don't know if you knew that.
No, I'm getting into it. You know,
I'm Jewish, so someone should check my math on this, but I'm pretty sure it comes but once a year.
That's my understanding.
Around December, I think.
So this is. I mean, I want to like. We need a correspondent who's going to be like.
It seems like we kind of have one.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen
Whoever keeps sending us information about this guy, can you please embed with him like an NBC journalist would like embed with like a
definitely.
presidential campaign?
Yeah. Can you just go to can you go to goth night at the club in Arkansas and just camp out and wait for him and his girlfriend to show up?
Yeah.
Yes. You can get their attention. There's no way that you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, if you wear a really shiny vest, he will come up to you and he will say, nice vest, brother. And then you could say, thank you so much. Can I get in your car? Can I get in your Civic or whatever and drive around with you for the next 12 days?
Yeah, can I sort of kind of do everything with you for like just shy of 2 weeks?
Can I record every sentence you say into this recorder?
Yeah.
Now, it's becoming likely to me that this guy wins the mayoralty. You know, he seems like he's got the juice. I don't like his landlord position, but I do like his pro sex work position and his pro public good museum position. So I'm actually not sure where I stand on the vampire of Fort Smith, Arkansas, Shane McKinney.
I think that the thing to remember about the vampire of Fort Smith, Arkansas, Shane McKinney, is that he is in so many ways the median American.
Yes. The Fort Smith vampire has his finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
And he's leaning in.
Well, he's got his finger on the pulse because that's where the blood is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's also really crucial, by the way, this whole video where they're in the brothel. You're about to I'm sure you're asking at home, is he wearing the fangs? And the answer is, of course, yes.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
He's wearing the fucking fangs.
If he's not wearing the fangs, his whole brand's going to... He's only like... His path to City Hall is very wide, but like if he takes off the fangs, it narrows considerably.
Narrows like a moat into the Dracula's castle.
Yes, that's right.
This guy's really struck me. This guy's really started. Like his outfits, I'm scrolling through his videos now and I'm seeing all of his various paisley vests. They're all so wonderful. He's got like a gold one. He's got one that, if I can be vulnerable for a second, I'm pretty sure I had at age 15. That he's got like a... let me grab one of the reels.
Describe the vest, please.
I'll just send it to you.
Yeah.
No, it's a kind of a maroon vest. It's got kind of red paisley pattern on it.
That's a classic vampire type of vest.
A classic vampire type vest.
It's very like, I would say like it's verging on like a damask, right?
I definitely had.
And it's got lapels, which is the vest with lapels is always like.
Oh, that is true. My one didn't have lapels.
With the shiny
I can
black
save
shirt.
some amount of face here compared to the vampire.
I love the caption of this video. Do landlords make the unhoused problem worse? Am I making it worse?
Oh my God. Landlord who says
Yes.
unhoused? That's
Landlord
so
who
cool.
says unhoused is so
That's
fucked.
so perfect.
This is so...
I'm the woke vampire landlord. Please vote me for mayor. Let everyone give me likes and shouts out in the comments to support this bathtub. This bathtub that supports sex work.
Me and the Acorn boys are out this yelling at this guy, being like, "You're making people homeless," and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 unhoused. I'm making people unhoused."
A guy in the lapel vest with a shiny black shirt unbuttoned under it is really
It's so good.
just.
Oh my God. He's perfect. And vote for this guy, maybe.
Every contour of this man is like developed in a fucking laboratory to have us find it fascinating.
He in the video. It seems like he's saying that he's finding houses that are unlivable and making them livable and renting them out, and he's giving places for families to live. He's wearing, by the way, while he says this, vampire fangs.
Mm.
It's like,
don't worry. When people can't pay their rent, he's kicked the can down the road for a few weeks.
Oh, weeks?
okay.
Okay.
Hey, a few weeks. Great.
Wow.
We should, okay, maybe we do need to do a full episode on this guy because he has started he started doing hour-long podcasts and stuff. Like, there's so much of his opinions.
Do you think we can get him on?
Unfortunately, yes. I do think we could probably get him on.
You could probably get him on for sure.
I think it would be very easy to get him on.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, what is our position as a podcast? Let's hash this out on air.
I'd need to see his manifesto, and he looks like the type who has one.
What's it written in?
What's
Vellum.
Okay. What's the position of the podcast in having mayors on the show? Because my first instinct is no. But then I keep getting texts from friends and emails from listeners that are random sightings of people we've talked about on the show. Like, my friend saw Bill de Blasio at the gym the other day, and I was like, I think he'd have a great time coming on. I think I'd love to have Bill on. I don't know.
I think we could get a shout out from Bill. Oh, we also know Nomiki's
we get
a listener.
Like a radio ID tag from Bill, like you're listening to No Gods.
That'd be really good. That'd be really fucking good.
Like, I know that we could probably get Zor on, unless he'd be like, well, I can't be associated with you people.
Yeah.
More likely to say that now.
Yeah.
I gotta
More
say, you
likely to say
really
that.
missed the fucking
I completely missed the boat on that from when he was a guy I used to just see around.
Yeah.
There was like a window where I could have done it.
If only you'd known.
I kind of had a feeling that he would one day become like a famous politician, but I was never like, he'll win the mayoralty of New York City. That seemed far-fetched.
I know we're never going to get like Iseltino, but I would get Iseltino. You know what? I'd get Iseltino for the same reason we'd get Bill. It would just be like, Iseltino, can you record us a radio bumper?
How do you say no gods, no mayors in Portuguese?
Oh, yes. Okay. I think that's the position. Mayors can come
only.
on, but the bumpers. Oh, yeah, we haven't done a precept in a while, which is mayors welcome, bumpers only.
Okay. I'm just going to add, it's been a really, really long time. So let's see do I have the precepts anymore? There they are.
I'm definitely here in like a non-voting capacity. There's no way I can vote on that.
Yeah, but we've got two people on this, so that's fine. 11 mayors.
You're here as an observer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so just for general, just if you're a new listener, we have a couple of things on this show that are always true. We have the 2 aesthetic principles, which is street trading is ugly, columns are beautiful. And then more theming is necessary in daily life. That's the 2 aesthetic principles. And then we have the 11 precepts. 1, respect for the nation of Albania. 2, explode the SS Richard Montgomery to see what happens. 3, Frank Ney was okay as far as we know. 4, Sarah Palin knows hoops. 5, believe drunken women. 5A, shots don't count. 6, shrimps is bugs, popes is mayors. 7, when you're the mayor of one of the largest cities in the world, your son is going to face pressure. 8, a redacted ranking of races that we'll never say on air. 9, the mayor is a perfect patsy. 10, men are better than women. And 11, mayors are welcome, bumpers only.
These are all right. Can I get that list of races? Just don't say it. But can you pop it in the chat?
I'm just going to say it out loud right now, and Sam, you take it out and put in some waiting music while I tell Devin the ranking of races. So what do you think?
Okay, I'm surprised how high the Serb was. But I do get it when
Yeah.
you think about who was on the bottom.
You know, because you got to be like, it's not just about, like, it's about like everything, right? It's not just how you are on the court, but it's how you are as a team player.
Absolutely.
Like, and I think right now, I think Serbia's very hot as a national team.
Uh-huh.
So
Your ranking of the
they've got the
races is
Joker,
just,
baby. I don't know.
your ranking of the races is just international basketball competition.
Yeah, it's mostly just looking at the FIBA standings.
Okay.
That's one of the sources that I use to construct my list.
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
You don't want me to consult basketball.
I
Okay.
can't reveal what the weighting is of that, but it goes into the equation.
A lot of it's FIBA. Yeah.
Basketball 98%, food 1%, vibe 1%. It's really tiebreakers.
Because as we know, every country is a race, as we all know.
Yes,
Every
absolutely.
country is a race. That's
Obviously.
exactly how it works.
That's why there are as many countries as there are.
because there's exactly 207 races or whatever,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Exactly. It's all at NIST. You can just go check it at NIST.
Hey, if you're listening to this and you're getting mad at what we're saying, go to NIST.
Yeah.
Go
See,
check
take a
NIST.
look at it.
Take it up
Look
with the
at it.
nerds at NIST. All right,
Yeah,
we
the
did
N in
20
NIST
minutes.
stands for nerd.
All right, pretty good.
We did 20
singular
minutes
item.
of bullshit. I need to do one more. I have
Okay, one more.
actually prepared items. I want to do one of my prepared items.
Okay, I prepared an item.
I know.
This is happening to us a lot this week, Riley.
It's true. This is the second time this has happened in as many days. Look. Okay, I'm gonna give you options.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about Iseltino Mores and his recent, let's say, press excursions? Do you want to talk about a new mayoral conspiracy, or do you want to talk about Randall Weddle's escalating troubles?
Ooh, let's go with the new mayoral conspiracy. I want something new.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm ready.
We covered
for
an
that.
old friend already. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So in 2019, Hudson, New York elected its first black mayor and its youngest mayor ever, a guy called Kamal Johnson. In mid last year, Johnson loses.
Hudson, very nice town. Shout out Little Deb's Oasis.
Shout out to Hudson.
Yeah, truly, nice town.
However,
Mhm.
Johnson then got caught up in kind of a sort of semi-scandal where his opponent, a guy called Joe Ferris, who, by the way, just moved to Hudson from Brooklyn. He was a New York carpetbagger.
This is this is the entire town right now. Just real quick context corner. Hudson is like post-industrial burnout town with it's been like very depressed for a long time. It's very working class. And now a bunch of schmucks like me love to go there for 1 week in the summer. And some of us are moving there. Yeah. Not me because I'm cool.
Ferris moved there in 2022. So that is
sounds
a
right. Yeah.
post-COVID rethink, because then you're like, oh, hey, this place has like bars and restaurants with little Edison lights. That's safe for me to go.
That's right.
Anyway, there's this sort of semi-scandal was around Johnson living in a property owned by a developer who refused to disclose his rental, like the rent he was paying. So the suspicion was that he was getting bribed in kind by about $4,500 a month. He never disclosed it. It was never proven. But there we go.
Mhm.
So Ferris then wins the general election. He also says publicly, like, oh, hey, you haven't like done the transition meeting and so on and so on and so on. Don't. And then here's the meat of the story.
Riley,
or should
we want you at the transition meeting, by the way, just so you know. Just
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm just noting that.
I'll say, here's the meat of the story, or perhaps the fish.
Nice.
Hold on.
This is great. Right before Easter. This is great. This is a really
Perfect.
good time to make that distinction.
Ferris gets sworn in. Johnson leaves office. There's not a lot of love lost between them. And then this guy, Kamal Johnson's old top aide, a guy called Justin Weaver, right? He, sorry, I just scrolling in my notes here. He,
Just making yourself laugh with the notes.
Having fun.
yeah. I'll tell you. You know what? I'm going to reveal this next little bit to you, and then you're going to join me in the mirth area.
Hey, get on in. It's the mirth area.
Hey, Sam, a little mirth music. So Weaver is going home one day. This was like a week ago from day of recording. We're recording on the 27th of March. He goes home, and then he finds a dead fish.
Oh, shit.
He finds a dead fish on the windshield of his car.
Oh my God. Well, the river's right there. You never know.
Yeah, it might have jumped.
It might
Maybe
have
it was a
jumped.
salmon. They don't say what kind of fish it was.
It's like a tuna.
Yeah, no. It was a mahi-mahi. It was not an expensive fish. So
That's a threat, man. They're coming for you.
Yeah, and they didn't even like drop a turbot, which is like a threat or maybe a gift. You know, that's a good ass fish.
It's a gift fish. Don't look it in the mouth.
Yeah. So the security camera captures then someone dressed entirely in black, hoodie up, looking like the Unabomber, the Unifisher, running up, dropping the fish in the car and running away. Weaver then says, he testifies, I was going to my car as normal. It was around 9:30 in the morning, and I noticed something pretty big in the windshield. As I got closer, I was like, oh my God, is that a fish?
Kind of thing you would say if you saw a fish on your windshield.
And then I thought maybe a toy, and I got closer and realized it was a real dead fish. Now, on the question of motive, right?
I love that band.
Remember that Johnson and Ferris, there's no love lost between them, and Weaver loves to get on social media and vocally defend, let's say, Johnson. So when he's talking to the paper, he's like, well, maybe my car was the closest and they just wanted to put a fish on somebody's car. But then again, this is Hudson. You can't not think that maybe it has something to do with politics. Hudson's quirky that way, so you just don't know. I'm a vocal defender of my boss on social media.
Cool.
I got that in my bio.
So what was the fish trying to accomplish? Just scare him off?
Yeah.
For
and
what?
also, this slipped through. What kind of fish was it? Did we have that?
No, we don't have that.
We don't have that.
We don't have that
God
info.
damn it.
Again, we need reporters who are asking the real questions.
Journalism is dead. It's over.
We are, I will say, as a podcast, like very dependent on a lot of local journalism, which is sadly dying still in this country. And we really, if under a flourishing local journalism economy, we would have gotten the kind of fish that question would have been asked.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's one of the 5 W's.
You think about
What
who to
fish?
blame? Larry Ellison. That's his fault.
That's right.
That you don't.
I think what kind of fish it was could answer so many questions. It'd be like, okay, well, who bought a giant tuna in Hudson, or did they bring it in from out of town?
Yeah, like,
You know?
is it like the kind of fish you only get at the Whole Foods because that says something?
Yeah,
Follow the money.
Because Joe Ferris, is a bit of a centrist Democrat. Maybe it's a Whole Foods assassin. It's a Whole Foods fishing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say, but if we knew what kind of fish it was, this would be solved already. It would be in the bag.
Yeah,
I'd be able to intuit so easily both what the fish meant and who left it. But
well,
that's
actually, how about this? The scientists and and her friend, the FBI agent, are flying from the Jeffersonian Institute in Washington.
Fish bones?
Yeah, and of course, it's like, I don't know, fish. I don't think we're going to get this guy this time.
Fish.
Hey, fish, put these fish in fish storage, would you?
Someone put a fish on the mayor's car. Get fish.
This actually does sound like a Bones episode where someone just put a full skeleton on the mayor's car. So like,
I'd love to see her pouring over a fish skeleton just on like the big table, all the lights.
Oh, man. The most hated fish in America.
Yeah. Booth just being like, I don't know, my favorite fish is the dolphin. And that gives fish a great opportunity to give him a little rejoinder.
Be like, that's common misconception.
Yeah. You could go back and listen to our episode about bones. It's one of the first episodes we did. It's true.
That's right.
Well,
so look, anyway, Joe Ferris, when contacted for comment, simply said, I was unaware, and then said nothing else.
Yeah, reasonable.
yeah, I've never seen a fish in my life.
Yeah,
What?
Sorry.
Huh?
So is something wrong with that animal? Where's its legs?
Is it so slimy? What's going on?
Why did it appear to be breathing all of this wonderful oxygen that we have in gaseous form?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Really strange. What a strange animal you've shown me.
Yeah, well, anyway, back to local government.
I've never seen one of these before in my life.
I have
Just
a 5.
leaves, walks away.
It's a 5-minuter that I have. 5 minutes. Give me 5 more minutes. Give me
5 more
5 more
minutes?
minutes. All right.
Please.
Weapons free. Mayor's free. Because they like Iseltino
Mayor's
Mores.
hot.
Mayor's hot. Mayors are hot. Iseltino Mores.
I don't believe that.
Has come back into our view. And by come back into our view, I mean lots of people have sent us the update of Iseltino's, let's say, new promises and new troubles. So during a public session regarding urban planning, Mores expressed frustration over a neighboring town's construction project near the border of Hueras. saying, if Amadora continues to allow construction to invade our territory and ruin our landscape, I will personally take an excavator to the border and build a wall. I don't care what it takes. Whereas will not be a backyard for others' urban mistakes.
Construir the wall, he says. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's right. So Iseltino is he's vigorously defending Hueras's borders against Amadora. However, if you remember our Iseltino Mores episode, you will remember that there was a great hullabaloo made over his 150,000 euros spent on luxury dining in like 7 months.
In Portuguese, it's a hullabaloo.
it's a classic hullabaloo.
Sorry.
Like,
Sorry, I'm quitting. Goodbye. Yeah.
No. Stay. That was good.
Okay.
Yeah. That's, we can always add out at the end of something to make it more Portuguese. It literally is always funny.
That was really funny. Sam, cut that.
Yeah.
Get rid of that.
So he's been formally charged with embezzlement now because of spending all that money on lunch.
Too much money on lunch.
Lunch embezzlement. You know what? He's only human.
Yeah.
He's only human. Those sandwiches, like the big sandwich in Portugal, it's expensive because it's got a lot of stuff on it.
What is the big sandwich in Portugal?
The big sandwich, it's called
Francesinha.
Francesinha.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
And they're delicious, but they're huge and they take like an hour to make.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got this.
Again,
I've got eyes on
typical
the
for me to
Francesinha.
be straight out the gate with knowing the name.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's a good sandwich.
Okay, yeah, that's good as well.
This is from the Portugal
Barely a
resident.
sandwich. That's ridiculous.
Portugal's public prosecutor's office is accusing Hueras's flamboyant mayor, Iseltino Mores, of embezzlement and abusive power for spending 150,000 euros of municipal money on over 1,400 working lunches in local restaurants. Sorry, it wasn't in 6 months. It was between 2017 and 2024. Reporters
He
claimed
steals, but he works at lunch.
well, this is the thing. Everyone's like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. He's just
Yeah, he steals,
European.
but he
What's the
works.
problem?
Yeah.
The first thing we say about him is he steals. That's the first thing we always say about him.
You are never going to surprise us with this.
Mhm.
So reporters claim a mass amount of food was consumed, including lobster, crab, langoustine, sushi, oysters, suckling pig, tiger prawns, occasionally at the same time in different locations. They also involved tobacco, wine, an aphrodisiac sake, brandy, and moet.
I'd like to hear more about the aphrodisiac sake.
Much like the identity of the fish, the aphrodisiac sake, they don't go into it, which sucks.
It does suck.
Fine.
Yeah. So, any case, he is now he is now being formally charged with having too much lunch.
This has got to be your biggest nightmare, Riley.
I could honestly, this is like I wake up in a cold sweat that they make having a big lunch illegal, like in Portugal.
No fear. Big lunch is illegal.
God, this one goes out to, this is to scare all the fancy boys out there. If they make a big lunch illegal, only criminals will eat a big lunch.
And then you'll be able to catch them.
Yeah, the only thing that can stop a bad guy with a big lunch is a good guy also with a big lunch.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, American schools, right? There are just like people who have mental, like, in mental health there's an epidemic of mental health in America, and
There's
that
too
means
much of it.
there's an epidemic of mental health, which means that there are going to be guys, who might have a bad day, and then they walk into a school with a suckling pig, a lobster, 2 bottles of wine, some cocktails. Thank you. Some langoustines, and they have a big lunch at the school.
Sake aphrodisiac.
You can't be having the aphrodisiac.
They're holding the langoustine, and all the American kids are like, we don't call it that.
What are you calling it? Prawns?
Yeah.
Anyway, the new focus of this investigation is that Mores is suspected of creating a plan to pay for meals using the working capital of his presidency. And so it's like the idea being that some of the meals might never have taken place. And that this is how he
lunch.
Yeah, it was Phantom Big Lunch. I love that Metal Gear game. Metal Gear Solid 9, the Phantom Lunch.
I was going to say it's my favorite PTA movie, Phantom Lunch, for the hungry boy.
Embezzling by inventing lunches. That's pretty.
That's why
good.
they had to be. That's why they had to be so lavish, because otherwise it's not worth embezzling just like a normal sandwich. Anyway, Chega, because he is also like. He is the largest enemy of Chega in Portugal, like Portuguese, like the far right in Portugal. And they're trying to get him out for a loss of political legitimacy. So I guess support for Iseltino Mores and the concept of big lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
You should be
beautiful.
allowed to have a big lunch.
I wish him well in this battle. I think it's fine if he has a big lunch.
Yeah.
I think it's very bad to lie about a big lunch, though, and I want to be clear about that.
If he tells me that he's had a big lunch, I want him to have had it.
Yeah,
like
because you know what? He works hard.
I want to smell the langoustine on his breath. I want to see the dirty bib. I want proof of the big lunch.
Yeah, his mayoral portrait should be him holding a fork and knife in like each hand, banging it on the.
He's holding like all 7 kinds of forks that you need to eat all the food that he listed. You know,
that'd be pretty good. Lobster bib.
Lobster bib, lobster fork,
lobster
the cracking gentleman for the lobster.
All right, free idea for any New England mayor. Lobster bib in the mayoral portrait. How fucking good would that be? Come on.
Oh, that has to exist.
I think that might be a pretty good segue into our mayor for the day.
Oh my God.
Of course, we are talking about Larry Vaughn, the mayor of Amity Island, which I believe is in Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's like off Cape Cod, I believe.
Yeah, it's off Cape Cod. And he's a little bit like Iseltino. He was sort of political Teflon. Like they weren't really able to make anything stick to him.
Yeah.
So Vaughn, we don't actually know the exact date he became mayor, but he was mayor for most of the 70s and early 80s in Amity Island. And he was elected largely, correct me if I'm wrong here, he was elected largely as like kind of a tourism figurehead, a bit like Francis Suarez in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it seemed like the job of the mayor of Amity Island is to make sure that the tourists keep coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is that like if the town is they're not the only beach town in the area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like if it's not a nice town, if it doesn't appear outwardly friendly or nice or like have a sort of like carnival barker as its like figurehead, they're just going to go to Cape Cod. They're just going to go to Martha's Vineyard. Like they're just going to go elsewhere. There's other beaches to go swim at. They're going to go to Maine, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's America's vacation land.
And so much of his first term passes in, it's pretty uneventful. He actually oversees the hiring of a new police chief. Brings him in from New York, and it's mostly their relationship that causes, I think, that threatens his hold on power in that first term.
Right.
That's going to be interesting for a New York policeman in the 70s, right? Because that's like Ford to City drop dead times where like the crime is really out of control. Where like, correct me if I'm wrong, a thing we all keep saying.
I've never said that.
Correct me, well, you've never been wrong.
Yeah.
Sweetheart. But
to the best of my knowledge, no one's corrected me.
But it seems like the crime, like what's the crime on Amity Island like?
There can't be that much, right? Like this is just like a seaside resort. It's got to be pretty dead for most of the year. I mean, it's different obviously because it's over in England, but I went to university in Aberystwyth in Wales, which is another like extremely tiny seaside town. Like there's nothing to do until summer hits.
There is some recorded police blotter. Like the police blotter, they did record a few things. So most of the examples of crime is weirdly kids from the karate school breaking the white picket fence posts. That's like that was a big. But that's the kind of crime we're talking about.
Right.
Why you bring in a guy from like that time New York was turned into sort of like the Warriors? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like maybe you want to kill the kids who are kicking the fence posts.
I mean, I imagine that sort of like broken fence post policing is just taking off in America.
Thank you. So basically, what happens is it's trucking along sort of to be a normal summer. And, can we mention he has like a very flamboyant way of dressing. He's like known around the town for being very like out there.
Yeah, I found a really good photo of him in one of his suits that is probably going to be the episode art. So you'll have seen him. Yeah.
Who was that Prime Minister of Australia who would wear a suit that just said Australia all over it, right? Because it's got a very similar kind of a vibe to me. He did. I promise it's real. Hang on. He used to be able to scull a pint real easy.
I'm going to correct you if you're wrong in a second.
I'm not wrong. Hang on, I can find this.
Intrinsically, I believe you almost all the time about everything, but this is the most strained your credulity's ever been with me.
I mean, if it's Bob Hawke, of course, classic. Everyone's aware of Bob Hawke. If you're an Australian listener to this, you've been screaming Bob Hawke.
Bob Yardavale Hawke. I can't believe that like Supreme did a collaboration with Australia to make an all-over print suit.
We're just going to shoot this
Australia
one in
X
here
Devon
to you,
X Supreme. Yeah.
in the little chat here. Take a
Oh,
look at that.
South Vice. Oh yeah.
So
Let me see this guy.
this kind of a vibe,
Ooh.
right? Like if you're the mayor of a small town
doesn't look
or
dissimilar
the
from
prime
Mr.
minister
Vaughn.
of like a pathetic small country like Australia,
Hold on, that is not the official.
you want it to be your like main thing, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm Mr. Amity Island. I'm
Yeah.
Mr. Australia.
He wears a lot of like loud colors. He wears a blazer with like anchors and stuff because it's like, look, we are one thing and one thing only. We are summer tourists who come to the beach and hang out and spend money at the ice cream shops. And that's how we have the money to replace the fence posts that the children kick in. So, and of course, you know, what's his slogan, his campaign slogan is amity, as you know, means friendship.
That's good.
So, yeah. So anyway, what happens is a girl turns up dead.
Oh.
Yeah, a girl. Oh, sorry, I have her name here in front of me. Chrissy Watkins, a woman called Chrissy Watkins, was in her early 20s. Her remains are found on the beach, and then there is, and again, I think there were some reporters embedded, I suppose, because there was actually kind of a dust up between Vaughn and the chief of police, where
What's his name?
Brody.
Yeah,
Brody.
Yeah.
Chief Brody.
So then there's like, well, what happened to this woman, right? And it's they're let's say the city fathers, led by Vaughn, are all very keen to suggest that no, this is a boating accident. It happens all the time. And then I looked up from the article. I was like, what? What do you mean it happens all the time? Just every year, like 6 people are chewed into chum by like engines.
There's boat. Okay, they're on an island, right? Which, famously, only it looks like an island if you're on the water. But
What?
It is an island. Islands don't look like, it's just a thing people say in America, is that it only looks like an island if it's on the water. If you're on the water, it looks like, if you're on the island, it looks like you're on the land.
If you're on the water, it looks like an island for sure.
It's just a thing we all say in America
Is
constantly.
that an American folk saying?
It's a real American folk saying. Everyone's saying it all the time.
I think I remember hearing you say this before, actually, Maddie.
Yeah, I'm saying it all the time because I live on an island, as you know. But I can barely tell because I'm on the island. Unless I'm on the water, then I could tell that I'm living on the landmass of Long Island,
Okay, this is actually making a large amount of sense.
It only looks like a Long Island from the water.
From the water and also space.
Compared to some other islands, pretty short.
It is. Here's the thing about Long
Name
Island.
a longer island, bro. Come on.
It's quite a long island, I'll say. Like,
Yeah,
I think it
compared
gets
to
lost in the shuffle a lot of this.
Okay. So anyway, there's this whole like fufara. It's kept internal
or
at
as
this point.
or as the Portuguese say, a fufarao.
Fufarao, where obviously there is and this is the classic thing, right? Where the it's a bit like Tony Wu, right? Where he's pit himself against, or is he like London, Kentucky, where the mayor is pit against his own like civil service, his own police department.
Yeah, or every New York City mayor in the history of New York City. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Maybe that's why. Maybe
that's why Brody's so good at it.
Yeah.
Right? He's used to that environment.
Yeah, he was sick of Ed Koch, and he's like, I want to go hate a new mayor.
I hate mayors in general.
Yeah,
It really soured me on mayors.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So what we get then is the mayor essentially overrules Brody's plan to close the beach because Brody thinks that there's like a shark that hasn't left.
That's crazy. A shark?
A shark, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reasonable fear,
I would hate to encounter
Water
a shark.
has sharks in it. That makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like the sharks, like I grew up swimming in New England in the ocean. There's not like big sharks there that eat people. So I'm kind of on the mayor's side.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what? And so he's like, oh no, you can't. The police can't close the beaches themselves. You need an ordinance from the Council of Selectmen. I think that might be a kind of like an alderman variation.
I actually grew up in a town that was selectman instead of town council. It's the same thing. It's like my town growing up did not have a mayor. We had a first selectman.
Oh,
yeah,
that's fun.
It's cute. That's cute.
Any case, wouldn't you know it? Basically, the next day, a kid called Alex Kintner, he's then killed. But this is not before the mayor the mayor forces, sort of encourages, say, people back into the water. He gets all the residents of Amity, because everyone's just sitting on the beach. He actually goes person to person, encouraging them into the water so that, everything will be normal, right?
Okay. He's like going around the beach saying, get in the water.
By the way, shoes.
Get in the water, all of you.
Full shoes and socks and pants.
He's in full shoes?
Yeah.
All right, this guy really is a freak.
I guess if you live that close to the ocean, I know the one thing I know about Amity Island from growing up in New England is that it's got beautiful white sand beaches. And so I imagine if you are used to the beautiful white sand beaches and you're around them all the time, you are probably wearing loafers on the beach all the time.
Okay.
I don't think he's wearing loafers. He looked like he was wearing an Oxford to me.
Okay, that's a kind of a loafer to me. You've kind of said this is like when someone gets mad at me for calling everything spaghetti. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's a loafer.
That's not a kind of a loafer.
An Oxford is
Oxford
whatever.
is not a loafer. Come on.
It's all the same shit. I don't care. This is my thing.
It's leather he's wearing a formal leather shoe.
This is like when I had an old coworker when I worked an office job who was from Sicily, like born and raised and moved to America for college. And I used to correct him on how to pronounce Italian food words.
That's really funny. Good.
I'd be like, Sal, it's actually pronounced mozzarella.
So what happens, right? There's another death, and then he completely loses control of the town, right?
That makes sense, right?
He agrees to close the beach for one day, 24 hours only.
Okay.
And, but like that's already, the town attracts a huge number of like fishermen and mercenaries and guys throwing dynamite and stuff because the mother of this kid who gets killed, she puts out an ad in like national papers. Come to get revenge on this shark for me, and I'll pay you $3,000. That's
a lot of money in 1970. What year was it? Like 77?
Yeah, that's a really reasonable ask.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if there was like embedded reporters or something during this town council meeting, but I happen to know that during it there was an offer made to hunt down the shark for $10,000. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense why the mayor wouldn't go for that. That's a massive expense, right? Like you're thinking about municipal.
Like who's offering that? Is there like a town shark hunter?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's like $100,000.
The mum's only offering £3,000. Who's going to pay that? The city of Amity? Man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $13,000 really if you get it. If you don't go for the whole thing.
You could probably get 2 different rewards. Actually, that's smart.
Yeah. That's really smart. I mean, honestly, if we were born at the right time, we could have done it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. 3 of us just charter out a boat.
Yeah. Killing a shark seems easy. Like I would probably just me and a friend get a steak and throw it in the water.
Yeah, and
just wait for the sucker to show up, and I shoot him once with a small caliber rifle, and that would probably do the job.
Yeah. People often use killing a shark in the same sort of meaning as taking candy from a baby or something like that.
It's like killing a big shark.
This is going to be like killing a great white shark. You know?
This is, hey, you know what? It's fine. It's going to be like punching a shark to death.
I mean,
bro, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Okay, that is the advice though, right?
Yeah, you got to bop them.
That is the advice. That is the advice as far as I'm aware.
Do we have confirmation that bopping the shark on the nose does anything?
They have very sensitive noses. They use it to sense the electrical disturbances, like movement in the water from thrashing fishes. So it's very sensitive. So yeah.
Okay, but I have a sensitive nose. I use it for smelling food.
Okay, and you're telling me that if someone punched you in the nose, you wouldn't back away from them?
I mean, if I was trying to kill and eat them, I don't know. It sounds like I'm pretty hungry, Devin.
That's true. Well, to be fair, most shark bites, most shark bites are just from exploring. They're just trying to figure out what you are when you're in the water. There's very few honest to God shark attacks.
It's like when my cat bites me.
Yeah. They've got some mouth. If they had hands, they'd probably give you a little massage on the leg. But they don't. They've only got teeth. So they've only got thousands and thousands of teeth. So it's sort of fucked up that you're blaming them, actually.
Yeah. You see that movie, Deep Blue Sea?
Yes,
where
I did.
Cool J gets a big shark comes through the wall and it starts giving him a massage on the leg.
It starts poking at him. It's just trying to figure out what you are, dude. Come on. Stop screaming.
The movie of Deep Blue Sea where the shark learns to use its words.
Yeah, you see that movie? You ever see that movie, The Meg?
That was the Chinese Deep Blue Sea ending.
Yeah. There's that movie, The Meg. There's a lot of movies about sharks. There's Sharknado.
Oh, there's so many Sharknadoes.
Or, of course, the movie where the shark learns about lessons about consent. Asking first.
Uh-huh.
Which movie was that?
What's that one called, Riley?
I don't see a lot of movies where anything upsetting happens.
Well, yeah, you're seeing the movie you're seeing the direct-to-video movie where a shark learns consent.
Yeah, that would now. If the shark learned consent
It's called
before
a shark.
attacking
It's
it,
called Shark Tale. It's an animated film.
if that happened before the shark attacked anybody, that'd be fine because nothing stressful would happen.
Exactly.
If the shark would be, excuse me, what are you? And somebody like, oh, thank you for asking. I'm a bather. Okay, that's interesting. Now I know.
It's like, oh, you look like a seal to me from below because of the surfboard.
You look like a seal to me, which is so interesting. Yeah.
That's my bee brother.
From my cultural context, you look very seal-like.
And that's like so crazy. I'm glad I asked.
Yeah, and to me, you look like 1,000 teeth trying to eat me. And the shark says, oh my God.
Like,
Oh my God, I'm so not.
No, well, you should really stop splashing around so much like a seal, which, by the way, are so delicious.
Yeah, have you tried it?
Have you tried seal?
There's an amazing seal place, like 3 fathoms that way.
Fathoms?
Yeah.
Shark
All right.
would not intuitively use fathom. Yeah, it's like 20 leagues that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're ocean guys. They use
I get
ocean
it.
measurements.
Yeah, sharks are famously ocean
They
guys.
are ocean guys. I can't
They're
dispute
ocean guys.
that even remotely.
Is that a precept?
I think it's almost so
I
obvious.
guess it's a precept.
It
Sharks
doesn't even need
are
to be-
ocean guys.
Sharks are ocean guys. They take in leagues and fathoms, not our land-based kilometers and miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You know?
Yeah, they're
okay,
using
I
knots.
wasn't arguing that they would use kilometers.
We've already so Devin, to you, it's not too far to say the shark is using English, but knowing units is a bridge too far.
Potentially. I think
Okay.
from the shark's perspective, it would sound like English because he's just like fluent in it. So it would sound to him like English sounds to me.
Right.
The way I think of it is like
Makes a
the
lot of
shark
sense.
counting system is like 1, 2, 3 many.
Probably.
You know, like they.
You think they're counting like logarithmically, like uncontacted tribes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they have like a base 20 counting system because they count like the tops and bottoms of fingers.
Yeah.
I love stuff.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
I love
How many
stuff.
fins do they got?
Yeah.
They've got they got the two up front, the famous ones up front.
They got two up front. They got the
They
pectoral.
got the fin, which has
got
kind of
tail.
like a big fin, and there's the two back ones.
The famous
two
one's
down
the
middle.
top one, not the front one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
the top
famous.
one's the famous one for
The
sure.
top one is the really famous one.
In terms of shark, top fin number 1 to me.
They call that the moneymaker.
That's the best fin of the shark.
Yeah. Hey, that's they call that the beach scarer. You know what I mean?
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
If I was on a beach and saw one of those bad boys,
They do. I read an article when I found out that we were doing Larry Vaughn. I looked into this and I read an article that at this time, just before the second victim, there was a prank where some kids had like a fake shark fin or something, and it scared everyone out of the water.
I don't believe in jail, but I think if you do that, you should maybe be killed. They should have fed those children to the
That
shark.
it is a crazy thing.
They should have worked out a deal with the shark where they just feed them. Like that's what like Larry Vaughn could have done. He'd be like, we have come to an agreement, an understanding with the shark, where we're going to feed the most annoying kids to the shark. You know.
Average Grimm's fairy tale, dude.
We're gonna feed.
We're keeping the monster at bay with naughty kids. Yeah, my dad told me about that.
Everybody wins.
This is the tropical reboot Omelas Island. You see that one?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize that the Omeless kid was like a shitty kid. That actually
Yeah,
changes so
If you had
much.
bad vibes.
Okay.
And everyone doing it,
Right.
throwing the kid into the water, was wearing like sunglasses and a big straw hat and wearing like Hawaiian shirts.
they're
And there
all
was
giving
like
thumbs
steel
down.
drums playing. They're all giving him a thumbs down.
We don't like doing this.
Hey, welcome to Omelas Island. We only got 2 rules. One is don't be annoying or we feed you to a shark. And the other one is no rules.
Everyone's really polite.
Have we discovered the perfect society?
The ones who swim away from Omelas. Okay, well.
Pretty good. Okay, pretty good. So what the fuck happened with this shark?
What happened with the shark?
So the guy that Vaughn hired to kill the shark does kill the shark. He dies in doing so. The police chief
Oh yeah.
weirdly was involved. Like he just goes on the boat. He comes back. And here's the fucked up thing. 3 years later, because there's term limits, 2 years in Amity Island to become the first selectman
Yeah.
or the mayor.
Absolutely.
He gets reelected.
So does he face any backlash from
they're like repercussions to this?
going around the beach making people swim in the shark-infested water?
Yeah, like you could draw a straight line between the mayor and like Alex Kintner getting fully eaten. Like he encouraged. It's like he encouraged the kid to like be eaten, to throw himself into a shark, and the kid wasn't even annoying as far as.
Sorry, I was pulling up old microfiche and I found a photo of this kid's bathing suit, and it's just been like opened like an envelope and it's full of blood and it's just floating in the surf. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And the mayor did that.
The mayor did that. The paper.
What I think is really interesting, usually like when we talk about old mayors, a lot of it has to be, if they're not being talked about by like the New York Times or another news source that's really good at digitizing its archives, we tend to have to use a lot of secondary sources or like biographies of them that will refer to sources that we can't find independently. But like they have done some excellent preservation of old local news here, which I think is like, that's unusual for us. So anyway,
I think it's just the intersection of things, you know, like because you had the journalist there, you had a guy from like the National Oceanographic Institute, like, and they kept records of this as well. It's just one of those things where coincidentally everyone was writing about this mayor.
Yeah. Like you happened, and it's like it was coming at a time before it was like at the peak of physical media preservation, before too many things got like early digitized, which have then been lost.
Exactly. Because you digitize them and just like destroy them. That was the thing to do. Yeah. And also, this is kind of just for you, Riley, but the oceanographic guy that went on this mission reminded me a lot of Hodgins, actually. He was like dead rigging. It's got to be part of the characterization or something.
The writers of Bones must have looked into some of like
I think
the
TJ
old...
Time probably like found out about this guy somehow.
Yeah, well, I think he probably looked at the local reporting of like, I'm going to find another sort of exuberant nerd who's really into nature and like
he's
sort
like
of reveres
rich. Yeah, it's interesting. It's just interesting. There's a lot of parallels though.
I wonder if the family would say the Hooper, if they have any kids, I wonder if they could sue him for like, hey, you ripped off my grandfather.
I think they should.
They should.
So anyway, second term. Larry Vaughn reelected somehow, despite being directly implicated in the shredding of the Kintner boy.
That's insane.
Look, he put small business interests first. That's fucking
very much so.
That's true. It's possible that the island is so tourist dependent that the residents of the island were just sort of like, yeah, but he was like kind of right. Like we did need to stay open or we would have gone bankrupt. You know?
Yeah.
And the shark did get killed at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You know, your median vampire that lives on the island is probably, this is not a big deal.
Yeah, he did the right thing just a couple of days late. And, you know, there were some casualties, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things.
The kid was kind of annoying and had bad vibes.
Kid was kind of annoying.
Yeah. Also, by weight, a lot more shark was killed than person.
Exactly.
It's a great point.
We're still ahead by the kilogram. You know, people are still winning.
No, the sharks. Kilogram being the weight, not a measurement you've invented. The kilogram.
If you'd look at the kilogram, you'll see that the shark massively outweighs the child that dies. Like, come on.
Check out the kilometer I've got here.
There's the kilogram is just a big shark person KD ratio. That's a big billboard.
I mean, if there was a shark person KD ratio, like it would be so unimaginably swung to the people that like, that kid barely even fucking touches the sides.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
It's like
I'm taking the shark side today. I've decided. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little bit like when the Canadian football team goes to the World Cup. And then we play Croatia. And we're not like, hey, let's beat Croatia. But it was like, it'd be cool if we scored a goal in international play.
Right. What if we got a shot on net against Croatia?
Yeah. And you know what? We did. Hey. We scored. It was the end goal. The end score line of that game, I believe, was 1-6. But it wasn't 0-6.
They did get the shark in the end.
Yeah, they did get the shark in the end. So.
This is a 3-day issue on like one extremely successful term. Why wouldn't he get back in again? Fine, small town America, makes sense.
When he comes back in, he's like, you know, cutting ribbons of like new hotels, and he says like, look, we can put the shark era behind us. No more sharks.
Read my
he actually
lips.
uses the term.
No more sharks.
And then he spends the whole time just calling him Big Mako, but it's like, I know what you're doing, man. That's fine.
Yeah, just like Bush, he brought the shark back in. Just
fees, come on.
Unfortunately, another shark did show up, and like that relationship, the police chiefs, Brody and Vaughn, that relationship was never repaired.
Oh.
And so once again, Vaughn is like, you know what? What are the odds that I'm wrong twice?
Hey.
I mean, it would be crazy for a shark to come back to the same island in his defense.
Yeah, exactly. This has never happened before. I mean, like, how long's Amity been there? Nothing like this has ever happened before. It's going to happen twice in 2 years? Come on.
It's probably been inhabited by white people since the 1600s, and I can't imagine.
Yeah, and probably empty before that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like absolutely tabula rasa.
Sort of like probably
until like the
Terminal
1600s, I think.
Yeah, probably nobody there.
What's really funny, the hotel that he's celebrating opening? Holiday Inn.
Christ.
It's an Holiday Inn.
Wow. Oh, come on, man.
Like once again, Brody is taking photos of the shark and showing it to him, and Vaughn's like, oh, it could be anything. Oh no.
Okay, so at that point it's willful ignorance.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You got a photograph of a shark.
It proceeds in largely the same way. But he does then die in office.
Oh.
Because
shit.
Most local
dream.
reporting from Amity after that just doesn't refer to him. It's crazy. It's like they just forget he was there.
Huh. Well, R.I.P. to this bad mayor.
Damn.
Yeah. Larry Vaughn, fuck you.
Yeah.
There was this thing where this developer, a guy called Len Peterson, I don't know what the company's called, a guy called Len Peterson. And there was an article that actually got deleted, but you can find it on the archive on the Wayback Machine.
Oh, nice, nice.
It's there's deleted articles that sometimes and you can get the special version of the paper that has the deleted articles in it.
The sheer breadth of the research that we do for this podcast is so crazy. Impressive. By the way,
I was at the NYPL in the microfiche machine, finding a lot of photos of these people.
So is that Peterson, and this article gets deleted, that Vaughn is actually the second time around more worried about the shark. He genuinely is.
Okay.
But he gets pressured by the developer who opened the hotel.
Okay.
Len Peterson pressures him. And then because he's craven, he folds.
Sure. I mean, this guy's completely in the pocket of big business, it seems. Big hotel.
Yeah.
I'm talking about big hotel. Yeah.
Well, he's in the pocket of small business in the first one and big business in the second one.
He just loves business. The second one of what?
The second term.
Okay. Because you said the first one and the second one. I was like, the second one of what? And the first one of what?
His mayoral terms,
okay.
obviously.
Sure.
Yeah. How do you refer to mayoral terms? Fathoms?
Yeah, ridiculous.
Well, I just didn't realize that the first shark was in his first term, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shark per term. I mean, that's what, because it's a shark, he gets reelected, then there's another shark, then he doesn't.
Okay.
That's fair. I mean, you can usually hold on after your first major scandal in office, if you've not done anything else wrong yet, but a second identical scandal, that's really gonna sink you, man.
Yeah, it's like embattle me once, shame on you. Embattle me twice, I'm dead in office.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Embattle. You'd hate to be embattled by a shark.
Anyway, but you were asking what happens to the second shark. Killed by the same chief of police.
Oh my God. So he's less of a chief of police. So it sounds like there's not a lot of crime. I actually was looking through my notes because we all did research for this one.
Yeah.
I was looking through my notes and I actually saw that there was no murders on the island of a person to another person in 20 something years. So this guy's less of the chief of police and more the chief of murdering sharks.
Yeah.
He's doing more of that than he is the police chief of the town.
Well, the police chief of the town, really, it's the law protects but does not bind the people who live on the island. And it binds but does not protect the sharks who swim near the island.
To whom it does look like an island.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
There must be two categories.
So if it looks like an island to you, you're being bound but not protected. And if it doesn't look like an island, you're being protected but not bound. Yeah.
That's right. Anyway, look, it's weird that most of the stuff about Larry Vaughn, it really does surround the shark things. But obviously he's the mayor of a small town. What really is his housing policy going to be?
It seems pro-hotel, which is probably not good for local housing stock,
It's a great way to make yourself into a Myrtle Beach type tourist destination as opposed to a sort of Martha's Vineyard clone.
Definitely.
It looked a lot like Martha's Vineyard, actually. I don't know if you noticed that.
I've never been to Martha's, to be honest.
I've been there once, and it looked a lot like it, yeah.
Yeah, it looked a lot like Martha's Vineyard.
Like it.
Did it look like an
It
island?
looked a lot like it.
Did
Anyway,
it look like an island while you're on it?
Not while I was there. On my way to it, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
When I got there.
that's all I have about Larry Vaughn.
Wow.
Do either of you have anything else in research you did?
I watched the film Jaws,
What?
Uh-huh.
and that had a lot in there.
Was that like a documentary that they made? Or?
It's a documentary that I watched called Jaws. And the second one, I watched 2 documentaries. It's called Jaws 2 is the other documentary that you can watch if you want to learn about this stuff.
Ridiculous.
Is it like Planet Earth? Where
It's like Planet Earth, yeah.
Planet Earth 2, yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
That's really interesting. Planet Earth 2. There's no second planet. There is
yeah?
Planet Earth 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, take a look at this Take a look at this documentary about there being a second Earth. Idiot.
Yeah.
Planet Earth 2. All right.
Check out a little guy called David.
You ever watch
Attenborough.
Planet Earth? And there's one where they cut in from a commercial, and it's like a galloping herd of donkeys in Africa somewhere.
Mhm.
And they're coming back from a commercial, and Attenborough just goes, "Wild ass." And I think about it.
Ass.
Wild ass. I think about it a lot.
There's been a lot of great. God, this is something that we talk about a lot in my home. I can hear him trying to end it, by the way, and I know that he's going to as I'm saying this.
I like you're
thing.
pointing to your microphone as you say this when you say him.
I'm so hungry.
I can literally hear him off to the left here trying to end the podcast.
You can't see me, but I have my hands up like I'm getting defensive about a breakfast.
All I want to say is there is no David Attenborough 2, though. After he
Well,
goes,
that's right.
who the fuck do we
Well, his
have?
brother already died. so
Jeremy
yeah.
Renner? No. David
When they
Tennant?
first did the first Planet Earths in America, they redubbed them, the first one with Sigourney Weaver, which wasn't bad
Okay, that's an interesting choice. It's different, obviously.
because they were like, Americans are afraid of David Attenborough, and everyone was like, that's crazy. So
Yeah.
for the second one, they just left him.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But it was good to hear. The Sigourney Weaver one was pretty good because she also says water with the really northeastern accent where she says water.
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 The way of water.
Wooder.
The way of water.
Check out Jaws.
Boston Avatar, The Way of Wooder. All right. Look, I'm so hungry. I need to eat some dinner.
Make sure
But-
it's not too big of a lunch or else the police will come for
We'll
you.
fucking get you.
Yeah, they'll shoot me like they did that shark.
Put you down like a dog.
Put you down like the dog of the
Put
sea.
you down like
They're hunting me down like a shark. The easiest thing to hunt and kill.
Well, Devin, I want to thank you so much for being November
Any
today.
fucking time. Thank you so much for having me on. If you want more of Devon, you can go to killjamesbond.com and follow some links to the Patreon. And that's
What's
it.
that? It's like what kind of podcast is that?
We've got. It's about films. You know,
What's
it's
that?
about movies.
Documentaries?
What's a film?
It's like a topic for a podcast, but you don't run out of them. It's great. It's so fucking
That's
good.
so cool. Have you tried watching a
Have you
non-documentary
tried
yet?
watching a non-documentary? My joke was that I've never seen a film before in my life because of the whole podcast we just did. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
No.
I didn't mean to know
It's fine.
about you,
No. It's fine. It's fine.
No, okay.
It's fine.
Well, in that case, yeah, no, we have a lovely podcast. It's actually got someone that people who've listened to this might be familiar with on the podcast. Abigail Thorne from House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I was going to say me.
Oh yeah, and you. All
Definitely,
three of us.
Yeah, all three of us. Well, we're taking a break from doing Kill James Bond to step in for No Cuts, No Hair.
Oh man.
Okay.
Well,
I'm so hungry.
and-
I'm
I love
so hungry.
this is a free episode. Thank you so much for listening. There are twice the mayors if you go to our Patreon, nogodsnomayors.com, or go to live.nogodsnotmayors.com to get tickets to our London live show April 25 and 26. April Fools, you dumb bitches. I love everyone here.
April, what?
Goodbye.
April,
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
April Fools. We talked about Larry Vaughn.
It was Jaws. It was a joke.